Hey guys, here we go into a Cobra Bag demo. Now, this is the Ryan Garcia Fierce Flex Cobra Bag. I'm not sure which one I got. I think I got the advanced one, so it's a little bit more expensive. It's very similar to the double end bag. The only problem is the double end bag, you can usually work it pretty slow, right? And there are a lot of different tensions and a lot of different, ways to work it. The Cobra Bag here is kind of one shot, kind of go, right? It's got like one speed. And if you're getting that speed, you're getting a workout. It's kind of interesting, but it is a very, very, very professional level tool. I think it's really, really good. And if they're watching, I'd be happy to do a full promo on talking about it, whatever. But what we're going to talk about today are the first kind of 8 drills that we're going to be talking about for boxing and using this bag. And these are Fouts boxing line drills that you can practice even without a Cobra bag, even without a heavy bag. Okay, all the drills that I teach and all the line drills that I teach you'll be able to have direct porting to your heavy bag work, your shadow boxing work, your normal shadow boxing work, and double end bag as well. But the heavy bag especially, even though it feels a little bit different than he looks on the heavy bag. But we're going to be talking about those first 8 drills and how similar they are, right, to what we're doing with the Fouts boxing line drill. But the first drill, right, we're going to be getting our way to the back foot. It's going to be the jab, okay? And we're going to be controlling the bag, okay? Now, we're not going to be catching it on every beat, okay? There's not always the amount of value in that. It doesn't allow us to move around and get any power into it. It only allows us to use as much of our kinetic chain as we get to move, okay? Think Manny Pacquiao, right? The difference between his speed bag work, because his speed bag is very tight, right? And others who have maybe a looser one, but have maybe better flow and rhythm, I don't know, anyway, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about there with that, but anyway, so we're going to catch it every other beat, okay? Now, this gets really tiring, right? This is kind of how Anthony Joshua fights, right? He always keeps his left shoulder forward in a bladed stance, right? And he can get to the line pretty quick, okay? But we don't want to fight like that. We want to be able to control the line with our rear hand too, okay? So we have the same drill, but we change positions, right? We can have our weight on the back foot with our head, heel, knee, head, right? In a line there. Similar, doesn't always have to be perfect, right? But closer to there than to this position, heel, knee, head, right? And when we're in this position on our left side, our right shoulder is forward. We're on this position on this side, our left shoulder is forward. And this gives us our 2 positions, okay? Very similar to, right, or to pendulum step, right? Very similar motions, right? Or rather, we find ourselves in very similar positions when we punch and when we pendulum. It's no accident, okay? So pay attention to that as you're training. You'll get a lot more out of your training. So, the drill, we want to learn to control the line with both hands. You guessed it. So we're going to move into the position with the jab, and then we're going to control the position with the jab. And then we're going to move into the position with the right, and then we're going to control the position with the right. And then we're going to keep the bag going, and this is our first drill, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, you can burn yourself out here if you want, and you can just throw this punch as much as you want, and this one too. But there are other drills and other fun games to play with these drills. Now, again, this drill is very similar, Fouts boxing line drill, right? If we're getting into our rhythm, right? Now, the next drill that you're gonna wanna do, right? And we're gonna get some power, and we're gonna be crossing the line on each beat. Very similar, right? To the drill, right? So we're gonna get into our rhythm, and now we transfer our weight to the front foot, back foot, front foot, back foot, front foot, back foot, okay? And this drill is gonna allow us to add a little power, okay? And again, you don't need a bag to practice this drill and get a lot out of it using the Fouts boxing line drill system. You can correctly manage your weight without having the tool of the bag to tell you, yes, you hit it hard, you got your weight into it, okay? So that's the 2 drills. The third drill is going to be a variation of this. so that you can add a little bit of stress to your technique, okay? So we're gonna be getting into our pattern, and now, instead of just coming back with one punch, we're gonna come back with 2 punches. So I'm gonna throw a 1-2, and almost missed it there. 1-2, and we're gonna end on the front foot. We're gonna get back to our drill, right? And then we're gonna 2-1, okay? And then back to the drill, okay? And that's a way that you can practice your 2-1s, your 1-2s, and throw multiple punches at a position on the line, and stress your 1-2 drill, right? Because again, this gets a little old, right? So you want to find a way to add punches to it and stress it. If you want to add more punches to that, feel free, and then make sure that you can get back to your rhythm and you can finish your round, okay? So that's going to be our 2 straight punch drills. You can add as many 1-2s in there as you want, and then get back to the drill, right? Get back to transferring your weight from the front foot to the back foot. Now, so that's 3. The 4th drill is going to be another straight punch drill, and we're going to be shooting a right hand, okay? And we're going to roll to the back foot, okay? And then a left hand and roll to the front foot, okay? And it's going to be a little bit more exaggerated of a motion, but again, another way we can practice stressing our technique and adding motions to our straight punches, okay? We all know early in boxing, being able to do one move, right? Get on the line with someone is enough, right? But at a high level, you need to be able to chain things together, and you're going to need to be able to use punches, right? Use punches to set up other punches, right? So that 1-2, right, that we're practicing here, roll, roll, right, is going to be your first pendulum attack, okay? Boom, and then you step into the next punch. But this drill, right, is going to be the template for learning the footwork. Now, real quick, in the description, there's a how to shadow box tutorial. It'll teach you your first real shadow boxing routine, starting with the Fouts boxing line drill. It'll teach you how to go forward, how to go backwards, to teach you the drills to get better. But it'll also teach you the footwork and the mechanics, how to land the punch, the angles, all of the things that I'm not teaching you here about getting power into these punches, teaching you like the root mechanics of punches. It has some wonderful boxing seminars, so check them out. It'll teach you how to get a lot of free power and a lot of extra free workout stuff in your drills, okay? Stuff that you're like, oh, I just didn't realize that that was there, right? So think about it. When people think about their feet, right, their footwork, they understand how important footwork is. So learn the footwork in there, but also learn the hand positions as well. Learn how your hand, your body, your arm, where your hands and your arms are supposed to be when you're throwing your punches, and how to get extra body mechanic power out of them. So all of those is in those how to shadow box. So even if you have a good shadow boxing routine, the seminar to teach you how to throw your punches harder and get more power out of them through your proper body mechanics is well worth it. Okay, so check it out. Now the next drill is going to be our uppercuts. Okay, so we're just going to be jabbing, right? We already practiced this punch. It's the same exact one that we were practicing before. Okay, and now from this position we're going to be practicing our uppercut. Okay, the uppercut is a back foot position punch, right? So if someone were to throw a right hand at us, we're going to slip that shot, and the first punch we have available to us, if we don't want to move back into the line with the pull counter, right, is off the line and into the uppercut. So when we practice this with maximum power, we want to make sure that we're not crossing the line. We're not coming over here and hitting it. We want to make sure that we can keep our weight on the back foot, right, and learn with proper body mechanics how to get power into the shot, okay? So we're going to keep our weight on the back foot, very similar to this, and once we get some power into it, we're going to start meeting it into the line with the uppercut, okay? find the bag. Okay, and it's an excellent drill to help you learn the rhythm and the body mechanics and learn how to get your weight into this position. Okay, now we're going to do the same punch on the other side. When we get our weight here, right hand here, okay, and we're going to be practicing the left uppercut. Now, you can throw this shot to the body, you can throw this shot to the head. Okay, Gervonta Davis likes to throw his to the head. He has amazing technique, okay? So he gets a lot of power way out there at the end of that punch for no good reason other than he has excellent body mechanics, okay? So however he trains, if you catch him training his uppercuts, check it out. Pay close attention, okay? Also, he's been doing it for a really long time. So, strike, strike. And again, just like the Fouts boxing drill, strike, strike over one leg, strike, strike over another leg, okay? That's how you're going to practice. That's going to help you learn proper body mechanics for throwing those punches, which will primarily be, right, your right hook to the body, right, or your right uppercut to the head when you're in an orthodox stance and your opponent throws a right hand, or they're just slipping to the front foot, right, trying to be peekaboo Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson would get caught with that shot all the time, right? Or the left hook to the body, right, finding this punch here, right, or the uppercut to the head, but practicing it here will help you get better with each of them. Now, again, this is not a double end bag, okay? It's a little bit different, so practicing your uppercuts on the double end bag gets it a little wonky sometimes, but you can still do it, okay? Don't give up on yourself. Change the angle. Find an angle that you can hit and strike the bag and still control it, okay? Now, a lot of times, sometimes, the bag might get a little crazy, right? As you're learning to control it, right? When you get control of the bag, okay? Or rather, when your striking becomes good enough that you can deliver enough power, relaxed enough, that you can find an angle to strike the bag and control it and keep it following you no matter where it goes, right? When you can find a way to make sure that you have control of the bag no matter where it goes, you'll know that you're getting enough power in the bag to control it properly to move on to the next drill, okay? This is a very, very, very important concept, okay? People say that you want to start practicing it perfectly, right? And that's not always going to be the case. The muscles that are small enough that you need to work on them to get that power are not always going to be as easily accessible as the ones that you're winging your shots with, okay? So don't worry about having that extra wild fat on your punches. There's always time to melt that fat off later. Just make sure you're doing the work, okay? That's why when they talk about fighters who make it, even if they don't have good coaches, it's because they work their goddamn ass off. They refuse to fail. They got enough repetitions, right? They threw enough jabs, they threw enough uppercuts, right? To find a way to say, oh, I feel real good exposing my line in front of someone to set that shot up. I feel real good. Anyway, how many drills is that? We got two more. So these are going to be the power punch drills, and we need all those other drills to build up to them because we're not allowed to just step in front of our opponent, right? Hold on, bro. Wait. No, wait. No. This is really cool, though, right? And they're not just going to let us do that, right? We got to feint. We got to probe. We got to move around, right? We got to set our shot up. We got to find a way, right? But how do we know we're doing that correctly? Well, every time you throw a strike, you line your body mechanics up to strike the bag, okay? So we're going to use these ideas to create a left hook and an overhand right punch. How are we going to do that, coach? Well, we're going to do it. We're going to practice. We're going to start on the back foot, a position we all know, right? In science, they call this a control, right? We know where we are when we know where this position is, right? Which is why we practice it so goddamn much, okay? So we're going to get our weight on the back foot. Now we practiced the jab already, right? All right, we're going to use that jab, okay? we're gonna start lining ourselves up. Okay, we know our left shoulder's in position to hit the bag. How do we know that? Because we're hitting it. All right, so now we're gonna get our right shoulder to the bag. All right, we're in position. I know I can hit it with my right hand because I'm hitting it with my right hand. Okay, so now I gotta go from here to here, right? Well, we're not just gonna go there like a lunatic, right? Going here, trying to hit him like a nut job, right? We're gonna work off the back foot. We're gonna go here, 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 here. Okay? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? So we're gonna go uppercut, straight, overhand. Okay? So you'll get to practice all of those punches during your weight transition from the back foot to the front foot. Okay? Okay? And then I personally like to practice after controlling the bag with the right hand after I throw that right hand, because it's the easiest punch to get back into position to begin my combo again. Give me 1 second, guys. And if you guys are interested in getting one, I think these bags of rocks were like real cheap, maybe like $5 or something. I know I got bags of sand before and they were $3, so you don't really need anything to mount it down too well. 150 pounds, pretty easy. It comes with its case, but I just didn't set it up or like, you know, take the time. But I'm gonna be bolting it in anyway, so you know, whatever, it's easy for me. So, in case you were thinking about having mounting issues, okay, they work fine for most drills. Even my guy Theo, who's like 5'11", 160, right, 160 something, he has no trouble really laying into it and getting power into it. We normally do 4 bags, but this was just a little cleaner for the video, whatever. So, drill, right, boom, 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 and then front foot across the line, and then back to the drill, right? Now we're gonna do the same thing on the back. Oh, and then once you get good at it, you can go from the back foot straight to the front foot with the uppercut. Okay? But make sure you get the position, right? Follow your weight into the position and start by throwing the right hand first. It'll make it so much easier to find and cross the line in the correct positions. Then we're gonna do the same thing on the front foot, okay? To set up the hook, boom. Okay? We're gonna start here, uppercut, straight, and then hook as we bring our weight back to the back foot, and then go back to the jab, right? Get back to control, back to the front foot. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so I think that's all the drills. Again, if you would like to learn more about this, I'm going to be doing a demo for Patreon and for a higher level Vimeo package for teaching more drills. Those drills will be available to people on my private coaching. If you want to sign up, they will be taught to you as you develop. All of them will be taught to you. But if you don't want to learn, you can wait for the Vimeo package. It should be out, maybe in a week or 2 or so. Who knows? But if you don't want to wait, check out the personal private Patreon. And it'll teach you how to move around the bag, teach you how to control the bag, how to pendulum step. It'll teach you, how to not get hit when you're setting up all these punches, kind of, with bag theory and stuff. But mostly how to move around and set up your punches in pendulum. And yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah, anyway, if you guys have any questions, yeah, whatever.